Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Okay. Hey, guys. It's been a long time, right? Like 2 weeks since I posted my last video. And it's been longer since my live, right? My last live on the channel. So I was here thinking, why not? Why not going live tonight, a surprise live for us to talk about Brazil? Everything you guys want to ask me about this beautiful country of Brazil. Any comments you want to make, any questions, I'm here to answer them to you and to reach out. I think it's been a while, so I don't have any video prepared for tonight, so I wanted to go live and talk to you a little bit, right? A lot of things have been happening, including on the channel, so I think it would be a good opportunity for us to sit down and talk, right? Charles Jones and Mark, just want to say hello before I run into the store. Hey, Charles, thank you very much for saying hello. Hi back to you. Hope everything is okay in New York, right? Charles is from New York. So, everything, there's a lot going on in my life at the moment. I have failed with you guys. I told you that I wanted to post 3 videos. Oh, you're from Dallas. I thought you were from New York, man. My bad. I'm sorry. Because you are always with the guy, so I thought you got, for some reason, I kind of thought you were from New York, but my bad. Dallas, Texas. Oh, I've been getting to know a lot of people from Texas now, man. They always say it's a very nice state, very nice place to live. So a lot has been going on. I've been planning to post like 3 videos a week, and I still want to do that. I still want to post 3 videos a week. I don't know how. Maybe if I stop sleeping at night, I'll have time to cope with everything. But the channel is my passion, right? Lee V Love, is that correct? Lee V Love. Hey Mark, hi back to you, man. How's everything? Thanks for being here. So I want to thank you all, guys, because the numbers of from Las Vegas, but I'm visiting Fortaleza right now. Very nice. How do you like Fortaleza, man? Have you been to Jericoacoara yet, or as foreigners like to call Jerry? Have you been to Jerry yet? Too bad. I have something embarrassing to say. I know very little of the northeast of my country. Actually, I know very little of Brazil, to be honest with you, because it's such a big country. So I have just visited a couple of states, but I want to change this very soon. That's what I want to do. So guys, I want to thank you all because the numbers of the channel have been really good recently. I made that video about the agreement between Brazil and China, and in 12 or 13 hours, it reached something like 800 to 900 views, which for the channel is a lot. Sometimes I take about 5 days to reach this number. When I reach, because I have old videos that they froze up on the 100 views. So it's a remarkable number. I want to thank you all for all the support I've been receiving. There are a lot of fine people that write me on a regular basis. I receive messages from all over the world, like every day. Today, I got a message from a guy who is in Moscow. Unbelievable. Never thought I would be receiving a message from someone who lives in Moscow and says that he watches my videos from there. So the advantages of working with YouTube, right? YouTube is amazing. Life gets in the way sometimes. Yeah, plus you have a language course. We understand and still support you. Yes, man. Don't burn yourself out. Always take time. Okay. Charles is such a nice guy. Thank you, Charles. Thank you very much for the support. he's always with me, always writing, always checking on me and my family. So thank you so much, Charles, for this. I won't burn myself out, that's for sure, man. This is something my wife was a little concerned about. She was saying the same things, like, hey, you worry too much, you focus too much, take a break. But I love this channel, and I was giving you the reasons a couple of minutes ago. So, but I just wanna. I think I'll never just work with one thing, but the channel is something that really pleases me. I really like being here and talking about Brazil. I have a lot of ideas, guys. If you are patient with me and you stick to the channel, you're gonna see some good material. Right now, I was working on the editing of a video made by Brad Zuka. Brad Zuka is finally back. Hey, finally the guy is back. I took a break today and he recorded on my place. So the video is gonna be on air on Friday at 5 p.m. Brazilian time. I will advance this for you guys who are here with me. It's an update on the CPF process. I have recently received a guy from the United States, right? And he came to São Paulo. He wanted to get the CPF. So I was able to follow him on the process and see if anything had changed. So we went to the post office, we paid the fee, and then I started analyzing from there. I took him to the income bureau, and I could see how things are, playing out right now. So I made a few updates and I gave to Brad Zucker for Brad Zucker to record, because I want to keep you guys posted. So if you are in Brazil and you want to get a CPF, I want to make this very clear for you, very smooth, so you guys can get the number very easily. Okay? So wait, 5 o'clock p.m. Friday, you're going to have this video. I was just finishing the editing, but I said, okay, let's take a break and go live because I want to talk to the subscribers of the channel, right? We've been growing a little bit every day, and this makes me really happy. Something I wanted to say, I have some projects to also produce videos about the Brazilian history. I think Brazil has a beautiful history, right? That sometimes merges with Portugal. And we have a very, close-knit history, if I can say that. So there are some pointers that I want to show you guys on the channel for you to understand a little bit more about this country. And this is something I learned at university, right, in the history subject, that if you want to understand the world today, you need to understand history. So I think this is something I'd like to share with you guys, the history of my country. I've been also working on the production of a video about Santos Dumont. Do you guys have any idea who he was? If you do, please, right there. I want to see how much you guys know about the Brazilian icons. Santos Dumont, who was this guy? Can I give you a few seconds to answer? How are you guys doing? Right there, I want to hear from you. So Santos Dumont was he's considered by Brazilians the father of aviation, the creator of the airplane. I know we can get to an argument here, a competition here. People will say, especially Americans, that the Wright brothers have created the airplane, not Santos Dumont. So, but the purpose of the video is not this, the video that I'm working with, is to show the contribution of a lot of people to the creation of such a magnificent machine, right? An airplane, a machine that has connected us together, that has put us together, that has broken barriers and brought us closer. So Santos Dumont has a big responsibility or a big contribution to the creation of the airplane. So no wonder, or so much so that I have him there. Take a look. That's the statue of Santos Dumont, this guy here. He was an inventor. He worked with machines a lot, engines in general. And this is the creation of his airplane called 14 bis. So I'm taking a while for me to produce this video because he deserves it, right? He deserves me to come here and show a video with details and everything. And for me to write this script, for me to work on this video, I'm even reading. Take a look at that. Nas alturas, uma biografia de Santos Dumont. So in the heights, right? A biography of Santos Dumont. So I'm reading a book in order to produce this video because I want you guys to have all the details possible about his contribution. The funny thing about his airplane, take a look. If you look at the design, you can see, oh, it's pretty similar to what we got today, right? Yes, but Santos Dumont would sit right here where I have my finger, and he would be looking to the tail. So I don't know if you guys have seen this, but the tail would be the front of the airplane and the wings would be here. So he would fly like this, inverted, right? Differently from what it is today, because it is, today you have the wings right here. Okay, in the middle, but it's interesting to think. And then after this model, he started flying the right way with his face forward and the airplane flying like this, on this position. So it's a very nice story, very nice story. Santos Dumont was born in Minas, but he grew up in São Paulo, in the countryside of my state. He also went to study in France. He spoke, because his family was French, right? His grandfather was French from Paris. So that's why he was called Dumont, right? So I want to produce this. This month, we also celebrated the 29th year of the death of Ayrton Senna. And I have a project to produce a video about Ayrton Senna down the line, right? I don't know how long it's going to take because it's a beautiful story, just like Santos Dumont. I don't know if you guys are aware of who Ayrton Senna was. Any idea? So Ayrton Senna was our race car driver in the 90s and the 80s and the 90s. And unfortunately, he had a terrible accident in Imola, Italy. And he passed away because of the damages in his body, right? He got really hurt and he passed away on live television. That was terrible. I was just 13 years old when that happened, and I saw everything on television. And up to this day, I don't remember any other person who passed away in this country who caused so much commotion. I remember the year of 1994 in Brazil was horrible. Ayrton Senna was from São Paulo, born and raised, and he died in Imola, in Italy, and he was buried here in Morumbi, São Paulo. So I remember when his body arrived to the country, to the state, everybody stopped working. Like the country stopped to follow the funeral and everything. So it's a sad story. It requires a lot of details, but I've been planning to make a video about this. Because remember, the focus of the channel is to show everything you always wanted to know about Brazil and the things you wanted to know but you didn't know. So I'm here to tell you that, and in English. That's the point. Some people sometimes ask me, hey, you just talk about apartments now, just the properties. No, guys. I think the idea of the channel is to be able to speak to all groups, to all walks of life, to all people, and without causing any trouble. That's why I don't like talking about politics. I just show what's going on in the country, but I don't position myself on any sides, because the idea of the channel is entertainment. I want you guys to find a corner on YouTube where you can learn about Brazil, if you like Brazil, of course, in English, in the comfort of your language, and have fun. I think what really matters is be instructed, learn lots about the country, find opportunities of investing. Thank God the channel has been opening doors for us here. The past 2 months, I have received a lot of visitors wanting to invest in the country, especially because of the videos I have made with Célio, where we show apartments from Lavi, which is a big developer in Brazil. So this has been attracting people to Brazil because they understand the scenario that the world is going through at the moment is not a good one. And for some reason, they see Brazil as a country that, again, is giving demonstrations of that it's going to take a place of a global player. So I don't know how far Brazil can go, but it's really nice to see there are a lot of people recognizing the potential in the country. So this has been attracting investors to the country, and they call me on a regular basis. But my idea is it's not only about apartments, or not only about history, or not only about CPF, because CPF is a video I've made a lot here on the channel, right? My idea with you guys is to show everything, right? If you have binge watched the videos, if you have browsed and explored a little bit, you can even find, I don't know, you find the cuisine, the Brazilian cuisine there. My wife has taught you guys how to prepare carne louca, which is a big sandwich with a lot of meat we have here in Brazil, delicious. Not for you who is on a diet. So if you are on a diet, stay away. But if you're not, it's a good thing. I have also made videos about caipirinha, which is a very famous drink in Brazil, culture, even the political system. I have shown you guys that voting in Brazil is mandatory, right? And how it works for you to elect a president. And I have compared to the American system, which is another big country in the Americas. So that's why we use the Americans as a reference, because the United States is a reference for Brazil. Either some people like it or not. Even for me, right? We take the United States a lot as an example, but not only, right? Because Brazil is open for a lot of cultures in a lot of countries. So we're always learning from different people, right? But the idea is this. The idea is to open the range of possibilities and show you what you guys want to see, right? I might, hit the bullseye with a video or two and produce something that you guys are interested. But I'm always open for suggestions. So make sure every time you watch a video, I'm asking you, make sure you click on the like button. Sometimes I have 1,000 views and I have 85 likes. Imagine if you guys all clicked on like, you would be helping me a lot. You know how I know it's boring, right? I come here and I have to say that to you, and you guys see this in every channel. You go watch something in the history channel, they ask you to subscribe. But that's how YouTube works. The platform works like this, right? If I want to be visible, make a difference in your lives, I need your help. So when you are watching the channel, make sure you click on the like button. Even if you dislike, click on the dislike button. I hope it doesn't happen, but I cannot please everybody. So click on the like button, leave a comment, even if it's an emoji, it's important, right? So another reason for this live is to reassure that the idea of 3 videos a week, they remain. I will find my way to produce. Sometimes one or sometimes something comes up, I want to say, and I end up not being able to post anything. But in general, I think it's feasible, right? It's feasible to do that. I sometimes try to be very active on Instagram as well. So if you guys don't know our Instagram, we have an Instagram called Brazil.unsubtitled. Go check there. I'm always leaving some notes for you guys, sometimes talking about interesting things I see during my busy schedule, posting some curiosities. So it's a good idea you guys follow us there as well. And I always say, if you want to send me a direct message, do that on Instagram, right? And if I can help you with your request, we end up sharing telephone numbers, okay? WhatsApp numbers. So I can help you better, right? Some people write me on Instagram, and then from there I share my number so that I can, for example, if you're interested in investing in the country, I can send you pictures of the apartments we've been showing on the channel. So this is the idea, right? If you guys also want to learn Brazilian Portuguese, let me tell you, I've been working on a course called Brasil Sem Legendas. You can find the first book already available on Amazon. And Amazon where? Amazon everywhere. Because I believe the book is being sold in more than 100 countries. And the funny thing, not in Brazil. It's been sold everywhere, but not in Brazil. I don't know why. So if you want to find, I'm going to leave the link in the description of this video, okay? I have taken care, or I have been careful enough to produce a book you could use without a teacher. So if you guys are self-learners, if you have discipline to the point of saying, no, I'm going to learn it myself. So the book is a good suggestion because I explain every single step of my method. I have a method of my own that I use to teach Brazilians. I teach English to Brazilians. I teach medical English to doctors here in Brazil. And I also teach now Brazilian Portuguese to foreigners. I have a few groups, by the way. If you guys are interested in learning with me, just send me a direct message on Instagram and I can share my cell phone number there, and then we can go from there. But if you are self-learners and you want to learn Brazilian Portuguese using a methodology that was created based on what polyglots do, just send me a message, or better, check the link I'm going to leave in the description of this video in the end of the broadcasting here, the streaming, okay? How do I find a certified translation for my US legal document? That's a very good question, Donny Lee Gringo. Certified translator. I think you have a lot of certified translators on Google, man. If I'm not mistaken, yes. Yes, I think, man, you have to find I think the name in Portuguese is Tradutor Juramentado, Juramentado, Juramentado. I think this is the kind of professional that you need for the translation of your documents. Philly Dom, how you doing, champ? I'm doing okay, Philly Dom. How you doing, Dom? Watching from Salvador, Bahia, yes. Guys, check the channel of this guy, Philly Dom, an amazing person, a wonderful brother. He reached out one day because he wanted to talk to me here in São Paulo. He was here and he interviewed me in one of his videos. I had a blast. I'm grateful for his support, for opening space on his channel for me to participate. And Philly Dom, because of that, man, a lot of people subscribe to my channel, and I owe that to you. You helped me a lot. Thank you so much. Dom is a traveler from Philadelphia, of course, Philly, right? So he travels a lot, and now he's in Bahia. He's been to Bahia for a while now, right? You've been there for more than a month, no, Dom? If I'm not mistaken. I think so. Bahia, guys, I have family that come from Bahia. My grandmother was born in Bahia. By the way, I have recently discovered the origins of my family. Whenever I went to school and people would ask me, who do you descend from? I had no answer. I said, I think Brazilians. Because here in São Paulo, if you guys don't know, there's a mix, right? You have people from the United States. Yes, believe me, I've been reading about this. There was a group of Americans who immigrated to Brazil in the beginning of the 20th century, I think, to sell cotton. São Paulo, they came to São Paulo. By the way, there is a city called Americana, which is American, that it was created by Americans in the countryside of São Paulo. I have family there as well. So people would ask, hey, who do you descend from? And I would say Brazilians, because my grandmother is from Bahia. So I would say, yeah, I descend from Baianos, because my grandmother was Baiana, my great-grandmother was Baiana, and I stopped there. I had no information whatsoever about the rest of my family. Thanks to a cousin who lives in Portugal, his name is Arthur, we have recently discovered very interesting things about my family tree. I'll be making a video. I'm gonna keep it as a surprise. I'm gonna be making a video talking to you guys about this very soon. Sparkling water, my favorite. I love sparkling water, Donnie, but this one is not. Okay, I drank it all up and then I refilled with regular water. And now I'm drinking regular water, but I drink from this. They are not paying me for the commercial, but I drink from this. This is really good here in Brazil. Prata, it means silver, right? But I love sparkling water, definitely. TE, thank you so much, man. You know, your message, TE wrote me a message for me and said, hey, we miss you. Where are you? So the channel is small. I don't have many subscribers, but the people who subscribe to it are very nice people. TE is one of these guys. You gave me food for thought, man. I was so busy doing my stuff, but I said, no, I have to go and make a live and I have to produce. So this morning we produced a new video. I was telling at the beginning of the stream here that the 3 videos a week still remain. I wanna just be patient with me, guys. I wanna fight to make that happen. Okay, maybe I might fail one or another week because as I said, I'm a writer as well. So I'm on the 3rd series of books that I am writing. Pedagogical books that I use for teaching, right? So I've already made 5 books to teach medical English, and I have just finished 5 books to teach English to Brazilians and to people in general, to any other Chileans, Argentinians, and now I'm working on the 5 books of the Brazilian Portuguese course. But I'm already working on it, okay? I'm already teaching on it. The first book is already finished, so I have students on them. How do I find an English-speaking doctor in São Paulo to renew my... Oh, I don't know. Although the longer I am in Brazil, maybe I don't need... Oh, I hope you don't need this anymore, man. I really hope. Well, there are a lot of doctors who speak English, but I think it's going to be a shot in the dark. A shot in the dark, man. I have a friend who's a doctor. I will ask her if she knows She's a surgeon, but I'll ask her if she knows anyone who speaks English. The doctors, I think, in general, do speak English, so you got to give it a shot, okay? Got to give it a shot. If you need me, depending on, you are in São Paulo. If you need me to translate for you, just send me a direct message on Instagram. I can go to a doctor's appointment with you and help you from there, okay? Okay, T is a woman watching from Bermuda, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, T is not easy to know, right? But thank you so much. Your message made me think. You just made my day, and I want to thank you for that, okay? I'm just here because of you. Is it encouraging to buy a property at Avenida Ibirapuera? Oh, wow. If you have a lot of money, yes, it's very encouraging. If you do have a lot of, because Ibirapuera, Moses, is probably the most expensive area of São Paulo, okay? Ibirapuera. I was there with two Americans a couple of weeks ago. And Célio, if you guys follow the channel, you know the broker that works with me. We were close to Ibirapuera, showing apartments that cost 5 million USD or 25 million reais. Okay? So, just for you to understand. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you. Floripa. Yeah, if you are in São Paulo and you want to, if you need my help to translate you, I find no problem to go there with you and translate everything. All right? Do you have a channel about your experiences here in Brazil? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think I have already visited. I don't know if it was you, okay? I'm sorry if it's not. Just let me know. Oh, another feedback I'd like to give you guys is about the Portuguese with Mark Saint. The profile is still working. There's this hiatus. Oh, I have a problem with this word. I'm sorry if I am mispronouncing it. So there and here on the channel, and I'm going to fix that up. But it's still there, okay? So if you guys want to learn some Portuguese, go check Portuguese with Mark Saint together on Instagram, okay? I just had a setback, a major setback that I don't want to talk about, but things will get back to normal as soon as possible, okay? If you guys want to ask me something, go ahead. I'm running out of subjects here. It's going to be a pleasure to answer whatever you want to ask me. If I don't know, I'll tell you that I don't know. There is more with a few videos, mostly last year in Floripa. This year I was, so I think I have watched your channel. I think I subscribe. If I haven't, I will correct this as soon as the stream is over. Okay, I'm going to go there, subscribe. Foz do Iguaçu and now São Paulo trying to get a long-term residency this year. Very nice. How are things working out for you? Let me know. Let me know if you need any help with this. Very nice. Do you want to base yourself in São Paulo or you're just passing by? A studio apartment of 27 square meters. That depends on a lot of factors, Moses. It depends on the location, right? For example, if you have a 27 square meter in Vila Mariana, it's going to be expensive, yes, but not as expensive as in Ibirapuera. What I say to you is, sometimes people, look, I made a video about studios that cost $39,000. That was an exception. And that's why I made that video, because it's not very easy to find, okay? It was in the north side of the city. Not a bad one. Some people say, but I don't want any bad areas. No, it was not a bad area. The north side is also good, and it's developing really fast. But I think I posted the video one day, like 3 days later. Uh, I don't know, but I started receiving messages right away as soon as people watched it. And I think in 3 or 5 days, we had just a small amount of apartments we could offer. We sold everything out. So normally, apartments won't come out for less than, I would say, 250,000, 200, sometimes 220,000 reais. Let me check how much this would be in dollars. So 200, let's say 220. Yeah, $44,000 up. Okay, a good one is gonna cost $250,000, which is 250,000 reais. I'm sorry, which is $50,000. But normally it's gonna be between 70, 60, something like this. Okay, $60,000. Yeah, closer to 300,000 reais. So from 250 to 200 to 300,000 reais, you can get a good studio here. Sometimes 32 square meters, 35. But I have a lot of videos about that. Go check it out. You're gonna have an idea of prices. Yeah, okay. Mark Callaghan, number 2. Man, CMP, do you mean CPF? I think what you mean is CPF, right? To visit tourist attractions. No, the CPF number, man, is a fiscal number. Actually, it's a document. We call that a document that people should have in order to invest in Brazil. Of course, nowadays there are a lot of things, a lot of services that are uh, offered to Brazilians that the CPF is a condition. For example, if you want to take the subway here in São Paulo, nowadays we have a QR code, right? So you go to the cell phone and you download an app here and you have a QR code. So you just approach it to the turnstile and it opens. In order for you to have this app, you need a CPF number. What else? Somebody told me the Uber, for you to take an Uber here. I think no, the Uber is not necessary. The Uber is not necessary. You can use the same app that you use back in your home country. But there are a lot of things that require. I don't know about this Sampa Vista. No idea. Oh, Ibirapuera History Museum. No, if you want to go inside a museum, or you don't need a CPF number. It's open for everybody. Okay, man, a studio at Avenida Ibirapuera. What project are you talking about? I don't know. It's going to be expensive. Close to Ibirapuera shopping mall. This area you are talking, Moses, is a rich area. Okay, so I don't think you're going to get anything for less than what I told you, $60,000 minimum. Okay, because Ibirapuera shopping mall and the surroundings is a good area. It has a lot of rich people in there, right? Oh, really? The west, yeah, the west side, Jardim Macedonia. I have no idea where this is, man. Okay, you said west, but let me check. Yeah, São Paulo is really big, right? São Paulo is really big. So your boyfriend is Brazilian, I believe, no? So doesn't he translate for you when you need any support on? Okay, does he translate for you, or he doesn't speak English? Because sometimes that happens. I know some people sometimes start relationships just to speaking the language of love, right? Because sometimes the language is not the same, and nobody speaks each other's language. So it's an interesting thing that happens sometimes. I know a couple of couples like this, I would say. He has good English, but not as good as yours, language of love. Thank you for not as good as yours, but yeah, the language of love, believe me, a lot of people speak this language, right? Or use translators. Nowadays, it's easier, right, Donnie, for you to have a relationship, right? Ian Bins, hey, how are you doing, my friend? Ian is one of the guys who bought an apartment with us here in São Paulo. There's a video about him on the channel. Ian came because of a video we made. He ended up buying a property here in São Paulo, pretty close to where I live, by the way, a good area, the south side. And we became friends. So now he studies Portuguese with me. Such a nice person. Very nice person. I'm a fan of this guy. He also practices Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You buy a house near São Paulo. Oh, good question, Ian. Actually, guys, I've been good, Ian. Thank you so much for this opportunity for me to talk about this. Recently, I have received some opportunities for advertising a few houses here on the channel. Houses, I'm going to give you an example. Let's go to the countryside. There is a city called Franca. They produce shoes here in the state of São Paulo, and they sell them everywhere in Brazil, and sometimes they export. It's called Franca, right? It's 3 hours away from São Paulo. So yeah, 3 hours driving, about 300 kilometers. You guys are not going to understand if you are from the United States, of course. If you're from Europe, you know 300 kilometers. But let me help all the public here. So kilometers to miles. Let's say 300 kilometers. Okay, 186 miles away from the city of São Paulo. The guy's my friend. He's got 2 apartments in a walk-up building. You know those buildings with just 2 floors, something like this. One of the apartments is 55 square meters, and it has 1 parking space. He's asking, if I'm not mistaken, just a second. If I'm not mistaken, 190,000 reais, $38,000 for this apartment, but it's in Franca, countryside. There is another apartment that he is selling that he's asking 215,000, which is $43,000. This one is 79 square meters, 2 bedrooms. The other one is 2 bedrooms as well. One is a suite. I'm talking about this, Ian, because it looks like a house. It resembles a house, even though it's an apartment, but it's a 2-level building. So, and it's Franca, it's the countryside. $43,000. Good opportunity. 2 parking spaces, 2 bedrooms, one is a suite, 79 square meters. His father is selling a house in Guarulhos, where I was born, in the city of the airport. He told me 700,000. I think it's 700,000 reais, $140,000. But houses normally, and they cost, depends on the size. There are a lot of factors we need to consider. But houses cost similarly, I guess. Paulistas love to live in buildings, okay? So that's why apartments tend to be similar depending on the size of the house. I have an uncle who's selling a house in Mogi das Cruzes. Mogi das Cruzes is on the outskirts of the city. It's another county, okay? It's not really São Paulo, the big city. Sorry, it's itchy. My allergy. So I think his house is 800,000 reais. 800,000 reais, if I'm not mistaken. $160,000. He has a swimming pool. He has a house in the back, a small house in the back. He has a sauna. He has a grill area. He has 3 bedrooms. Yeah, 3 bedrooms, a big living room. So I think houses, depending on the size, are similar in price to apartments. Okay. Yeah, Ian asked me about the language of love using a translator. Ian dates a very nice person here in São Paulo, a Brazilian girl. She's from Rio Grande do Sul, the same state of Gisele Bündchen, right? And she doesn't speak English, I guess, right, Ian? She speaks Portuguese and Ian speaks Spanish, so the languages are similar, right? So he was kind of using the Spanish in order to communicate with her. He understands really well. And now he's studying Portuguese with me, of course. I hope he's been learning more, and I hope his communication with the girlfriend is better now. Yeah, very reasonable price. I think so. I think if you come with dollars and you convert, guys, or euros for them, or even pounds is really strong. You guys are, look, I always say, guys, I don't remember any other moments in Brazil where we have had a situation like this. I think it's unprecedented. $1, or better, like $1, $1 American, 5.3 reais. So every time you come to Brazil with $1, you have 5.3 reais. Unbelievable. This is the moment for you guys to invest in the country. And what about euro, right? Because I think euro is also strong. So let's see real to euro. So if I put like, let's say €1. Yeah, $5.53 is even better than the American dollar. Or a pound. Let's go to a pound. So if I put like a pound, $6.28. Come on, this is your time to invest in the country. What, Boss Clark, what percentage does someone need to have to finance a condo apartment in São Paulo? That depends. When you say finance, you're talking about what we've been talking on the channel, like financing with the developer, just like Ian has done, or you're talking with a Brazilian bank? Sounds like my dream setup, which reminds me, how can I buy an acre of land down there? Oh, very simple. Just find a place and the owner and negotiate directly with the guy. There is no restriction charges, I guess. One of the videos I explained, I think it's Buy a Property in Brazil. This is the name of the video. I think it was the first one I've made on this matter. I explained that you cannot buy huge pieces of farmland from Brazil because this is destined to the nationals. So the government won't accept a foreigner buying huge areas of farmland that the country could produce food or something like this, or cattle, or But other than that, I think it's pretty easy. Just go somewhere. I think you can check this on the internet as well. There are sites where you can find the lands as well. Talk directly with the owner. Sure, Boss Clark, can we discuss both options? Okay. I'm sorry, I had to ask you about that. Because there's a detail. If you're not a resident, there's no way you can finance with a Brazilian bank. You can't even open a banking account, let alone get money from the guys. They're very strict on this. So if you're not a resident, if you don't have an RNM, I think this is the name of the document, I forgot. Registro Nacional de Estrangeiro. Okay, RNE. If you don't have an RNE, which is the national register for or registration for foreigners, you cannot finance with the bank. So what is left for you is to finance with the developer. With the developer, works like this. Let's suppose that you like an apartment from the blueprint, like Ian did, and you want to get a property there. So you have to give 30% as a down payment of the value of the property. So 30% minimum. And why minimum? Because less than that, you need to prove income in Brazil. This is something I learned from Salio, the broker. So if you pay less than that, you have to prove income. So it's going to be a lot of bureaucracy. When you give 30% of the value as a down payment, then you can divide the rest of the payments in installments. You sign a contract with the developer, and you will pay the property as long as the construction is taking place. So, for example, in Ian's case, he bought it in September last year. He gave down payments divided until December, or a little bit in January, something like this. And now he's paying regularly every month to the construction company, to the developer. And they still have something like 25 months to complete the project, to finish the construction. They're starting this month. So Ian will have this period, up to 2 years, to pay off his debt with the guys. So that's how it works. You find a location, see how long they will take to construct, to build, and you pay directly for the guys through Wire. I think he pays with Wise or Wire, something like this. Ian, if you're still watching, help us. Is it Wise or Wire that you use to transfer? I think it's Wise. Rio Grande do Sul, I learned something about that state, partially Porto Alegre. Yes, Rio Grande do Sul is the last state, Charles, the last state in the south of Brazil to go to Uruguay. So we have a border, a big border with Uruguay, okay? So yeah, do it. If you come to Brazil and you want to visit, I think it's Porto Alegre is the capital of the state. A lot of beautiful girls. Gisele Bündchen is from there. Some people will say she's not that beautiful, and I agree. But anyways, I think she's beautiful. Not Adriana Lima. I think Adriana Lima is really beautiful. My wife is more, of course. If I say otherwise, I'm going to be killed. But it's a beautiful location. I've never been there. I know the pictures and the videos. They have a city called Gramado that is very European in that matter. They decorate for Christmas. It attracts a lot of visitors, so really nice. And plan to visit Uruguay as well, because you're on the border, man. So just cross the border. You're going to be in Montevideo. It's going to be easy. And from there, you can take a ferry to Argentina and visit more countries, you know? Nice. Man, if you are, okay, if you think you want to take a look at the properties, want to pay us a visit, send me a direct message, and I can show you some opportunities with Celio, the broker that works on the channel, okay? Yeah, I agree, Charles. Ian has technically 3 years, yes. I think I'm just saying the numbers here. I'm not sure if they are really exact, but yeah, it's something like this, you know? Some people taking advantage of the opportunity, some people always ask me if I just sell those properties in São Paulo. Well, for obvious reasons, my videos tend to be more in São Paulo than anywhere else for the time being, right? I believe, first, I want to thank the people that have been going to Patreon and supporting us there. The numbers are growing, thank God. So pretty soon I know I will be able to visit more states in Brazil and show you more of this beautiful country. I don't want to be stationed in São Paulo only. But because it's what I have at the moment, of course, I'll be making more videos here. And I advertise opportunities here because I am from the city. So for me, it's easy to go and offer you agreements or opportunities with the companies that I trust. LaVie, as I told you, they have projects for all pockets. They have from the very cheap ones to the most expensive, $5 million a unit. I said this at the beginning of the stream here. So I know the guys won't let you down. Of course, because you guys are abroad, maybe one problem here, the money might delay to get to the account, but I'm here to help you on any barrier that might pop up in the process. You know, Ian is there to prove. So, but guys, I want to say, do you want to buy something real, something Rio Grande do Sul, Santa Catarina, Paraná, in the Amazon? No problem. Call me. The only thing is that you have to cover the costs. I need to take a plane to the Amazon. I need to take a plane to Rio Grande do Sul. I need my time used for you there. So you guys have to cover, but I can do that for you. Oh, Mark, I don't want anything in São Paulo. I want in Minas Gerais. I love Minas Gerais. No problem. I can go there for you. But I will first research opportunities. And when the time makes necessary, I will visit the place for you guys. I like it down there. Yeah, Argentina. Unfortunately, Charles, they're going through a terrible economic crisis at the moment. The highest inflation in South America is in Argentina at the moment, unfortunately. Ian is sharing with us. I do a bank wire from my account each month, then monitor the payment balance through the builder's website. Yes, very important. Thank you, Ian, for this. Very important to share with you guys, because some people say, hey, what about the company? And look, not judging. You guys have to ask, can I trust the developer? Guys, take notes on the name. LaVie, Lavvy. It's a big, very big developer. And it's a branch of another group called Cyrella. If I'm not mistaken, it's Cyrella. These two groups, these two companies are ginormous. They have open capital in the stock market, so they're not going to let you down. Definitely not. Okay, so look at what Ian is saying. He pays through wire, and then he monitors the payments every day on the website, because they have a website with his name, with his login, and then he sees all the payments being done, right? Perfect. Sure, man. Charles, it's going to be a pleasure to help you all, man. You and whoever subscribes and reaches out and wants to check Brazil, it's a pleasure. It's just a pleasure, you know. Guys, I don't work with this only. Sometimes you need help with documents. If I can help you with that, I will. I have the support of a very important attorney here in São Paulo, who happens to be a long-time friends from birth. So a person I trust 110%. Right now, I'm working on a case from a subscriber to the channel. He was born in Rio with American parents. I think they were visiting, and then the mother had him here in Rio. So he was registered in Rio. He's a carioca from Brazil. So he got back to the United States, just like what happened to Bruce Lee. I don't know if you guys are aware. He was born in San Francisco, right? He was not born in China. He was born in San Francisco. So, and then he went back to China. He just got his certificate, went back to China. So the same happened to him, and I'm getting birth certificates, updated birth certificates for him to get his passport and his citizenship. So look how many interesting cases I come across because of the channel. It's very nice. So I'm learning a lot with this channel, and I appreciate all the opportunities. So if you guys need anything that is not an apartment, come on, just send me a message. Talk to me, explain your situation. I can help you, all right? And if I can't, I will try to send you to someone who can. Yeah, man, they've been in this situation for the year. Charles is talking about Argentina. The funny thing, Charles, is that they used to be one of the richest countries in the world. Yeah, I learned. Look, I have a degree in international relations, right? So when I was in college, I learned from a professor there, a doctor, a PhD, that the Europeans who got their visa rejected to go to Argentina went to the US as a second option. Just so you know, that Argentina had a very good quality of life, especially during World War II, if I'm not mistaken, because they fed the world with their meat, right? Uh, Uruguay is also there, and I think Brazil. So Brazil, Argentina, and Uruguay. So it's very sad to see what's going on with them. Very sad. My boss will be contacting you soon. My pleasure. What I can do is to be here for you guys, okay? If I don't know about the procedure that you guys need, I will learn about it. I will study and then I'll help you. Oh, the CPF, sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, by the way, I'm making Brad Zuka made a video, recorded a video today, updating that video that I have with Neo Sanjin. Because I have a video. If you guys follow the channel, you know I have many videos about CPF. There is one that I walk you through the process, but there is something that has been updated about the process that I recently learned when I was helping Joseph, a friend from Colorado. So I'm updating the information for you guys. The video is going to come out 5 p.m. Brasilia time on Friday. I hope you guys are there to watch, or maybe later, but make sure, guys, please click on the like button. Even here, you guys are watching this stream, please, this live, click on the like button for you guys to help us grow. I think the more you help us, the more we grow, of course. And I will finally use this channel or live off this channel. And my life will be to help you all. And it's going to be very fulfilling. What I do is fulfilling, all the parts, but just one more fulfilling occupation for me. Yeah. Oh, Charles giving another important information. Look, the Argentinians traveled heavily to Miami in the 90s, yes. Loaded. When I traveled to, even with this crisis, I don't know, Argentinians are very special people. Because even with this crisis, they traveled a lot. Like, I remember in 2009, I was in London, right? And I got to stay in a hostel across the street from the Natural History Museum, something like this. And Piccadilly Circus, if I'm not mistaken. If there's any Britain there, please let me know. And so there was two Argentinians in the same room where I was. There were two bunk beds. So there was an American here. I was sleeping on the lower bed, and then the two Argentinians at our sides. The guys travel a lot, man. And my uncle travels a lot, and he says, everywhere I go, I find an Argentinian. It's incredible. The guys had a lot of money. There was a time, Charles, that they had dollars in their banks, and the dollars could be withdrawn from their ATMs like a regular currency. It was amazing. Translate the page in Google Translate and you will understand everything. What are you talking about, Ian? I might have missed it. Yeah, Brad Zuka, Neon. Brad Zuka is back, finally. Enough with the vacation, right? Daniel acquired. Hi, hello, Daniel. Welcome to this live. I met some Porteños on my last trip to Rio. They also traveled massively in the last World Cup. Yeah, tell me about it. But they usually do that, Charles. I don't know if you have been to Florianopolis. We call Floripa, Santa Catarina. It's their it's their place, their yard, man. Every holiday or vacation they go to Brazil, which is good, right? It's nice to see their appreciation for the country and for the land. They're always welcome. So really like the Argentinians. Have nothing against. Just the racists in everywhere, every part in the world. Okay, not only in Argentina, everywhere, even in Brazil. I hate people who are racists, but the Argentinians are very nice people. So, by the way, I made a video about the New Year night. I was with Kevin, Neil, and Jonathan and Michelle, my friends from the US. And while I was filming in a selfie position, many girls from Argentina started chanting, "We are champions, campeón, campeón." I don't know if you guys saw this. It was very nice. Some co-workers to visit Florianopolis. Yeah, Florianopolis is beautiful. It's very nice. Yeah. Yeah, our relationship with Argentina historically was not good. Historically, okay? Uh, of course, two powers down the line of equator, they will clash. I believe when you guys were growing up, in Brazil, it happens more often, right? When you are 18, 20, 25, you're still living with your parents. In Brazil, it's not a problem. Remember, we descend from the Italians very much, and Italian people are very family-like people. So we are the same. I left when I was 29. Can you believe it? I went to college living with my parents. That's very normal here. So when you were growing up, you clashed with your father, at least here. Two adults competing for the leadership of the house, let alone two countries like you know, Argentina and Brazil. So our history with Argentina is not good. We were always competing. Of course, there were moments that we aligned together to face Paraguay, and it was not a good thing. But nowadays, they have a big respect for Brazilians. It's visible. Brazilians are very well treated in Argentina, and vice versa. I have another video about Ubatuba, the north coast of São Paulo, in which an Argentinian girl appears, and we talk and we discuss, and very nice. They are very welcome. Nobody treats them bad for being Argentinians. It's really nice. Yeah, great people. God bless Argentina. A lot of German fled there. Yes, that's a very complicated moment for us to discuss. Kevin, it's Kevin's birthday today. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. I have to call the guy. My God, thanks for letting me know, Neil. Triple Alliance war when Paraguay tried to expand and nearly got wiped off the map. Wow, Charles, you're impressing me with this. Wow. Yeah, you know a lot about the South American continent. Yeah, and this is a black spot on our history. We are responsible, along with the other guys and England, for this bad moment in history. Yes. Yeah, I have to learn a little bit more about it, but I remember it's just because they were growing very fast, so they became a threat. I don't know. Yeah, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, it's the same country of my friend Kevin Coutain, right? He's from there. Yeah, guys. Yeah, look, look. Uh, German people fled everywhere. So, and when you say German, you're talking about the guys from that were fighting alongside Hitler, right? Yes, it's a dark moment in history. Pointing the finger anywhere is not good. That's not the purpose of this channel. I just want people to be very welcome here, and getting to politics will spoil what we have. I was telling at the beginning of the live here, when I was still talking to myself, nobody was here. So I was saying that, um, I've been receiving messages from everywhere. Today I received a message from Moscow. So I want to keep things that way. It's really nice to be able to, and that's what Brazil is all about. If you take a look at our foreign policy, and that's what I wanted to explain uh, in one of my last videos. We have as a tradition to be open for talks. We don't want to not fight, because Brazil supported the Allies during World War II. We fought with the United States and England, alongside with the United States and England and France, against the Axis. But it's our tradition to be open for negotiations. We are very pacific. That's the point. Stop talking about German like they're evil. Yeah, I love the look. I went to Germany. I was very welcome. Yes, it was very nice. I love the Berlin. I went to Frankfurt. I went to Munich. Very nice people. I made friends with the German. Very, very nice people. Very nice people. The Versace apartments here in São Paulo, you're asking, T? I don't think so. If it's this project you're talking, tell me a little bit more about this. Yeah, Daniel is saying that he wants to retire in Fortaleza or Natal. Yes. I met an American who did this. At the age of 42, he retired. He opened a big business in the US, got rich, and then he was bought out by another associate and retired in Brazil, opened some pousadas, some inns. But it was Jericoacoara, which is close to Fortaleza. The place is amazing, right? I plan one day with the channel to visit the whole Northeast, showing you the culture. Forró, they have a triangle, a metal triangle. They keep playing it. It's sanfona, the accordion. I don't know if this is the name. We call sanfona. I think it's accordion. Accordion, yes. So maybe one day. I don't know if it's a law like Switzerland, Charles, because Switzerland, I think, was neutral during the war. Brazil was not neutral. Brazil defended the U.S. And Germany, sorry, and France, the Allies, right? So we took a stand on this. Lavi was invested in Chile. Oh, yes, absolutely. Look, T is asking about the Versace apartments. Unfortunately, T, when Celio told me, the broker, they had already torn down the showroom, because I wanted to go inside and show the apartment. So I didn't have this opportunity. I will do that as soon as the building is ready, though, because I want to show you guys. They say it's there are just 3 or 4 projects like this in the world, and São Paulo is the only one in the Americas. So they chose São Paulo for the construction. Easy to do business in Brazil. What kind of business are you talking about? I think it's easy. I think the country, guys, things that my foreign friends notice whenever they come is, wow, they look around and they say, I see opportunities here, there. It's like Brazil has a lot to offer when it comes to things that still don't exist here. If you guys are from countries that have, I don't know, maybe there is an idea or a project that already works in your city or in your country and it doesn't exist here. So bringing this here would be amazing, you know? So I think Brazil still has a lot to offer when it comes to opportunities, especially São Paulo. I have made a video, I don't know if you guys watched, the name is Why Investing in São Paulo. I give you all the numbers, all the data of why São Paulo is an amazing place for you to put your money. I know you guys like Rio more because you want to be there in the nature, and I have nothing to say against that, right? But if you're interested in seeing the money, grow, maybe São Paulo would be a good opportunity, right? Oh yeah, I will definitely. Brad Zuka loves the studio, but I will definitely take Brad Zuka on a trip with me. I just need more supporters for the channel. If you guys are interested, just go to Patreon and support us somehow. I can assure you that all the money is going to be used with the channel, with the travels, with a better mic. Like, I'm sorry for the video I made about Vila Madalena. It was horrible. I did my best not to, throw everything away because I really wanted to do that, but I'll make it up to you with the next videos. Charles, imagine Brad Zuka with those glasses and that line of sunblock, a white line of sunblock here and here, and those flowered shirts and socks until the knees. It would be really funny. That would be Brad Zuka, that's for sure. Oh, interesting question, Daniel. How can I send money to buy a small apartment in Natal or the Northeast? Well, there are a lot of places that we say fechar câmbio here in Portuguese. Let me see how we say that in English, because I don't know. If I don't know, I don't know. I won't lie to you. Close exchange, it doesn't sound right. Just a second. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if it's correct. So there are a lot of agencies that will work on closing the exchange for you and will bring your money to the country. So I know a guy, okay? I know a guy, so he works with a very good student of mine and friend of mine and family today. I consider her family. So if you guys need to send money to Brazil with a good rate, I know a person. But there is another option that I gotta tell you. The option is, I have recently made a video about how to open a digital account, right? Depending on the amount, I think it's possible to transfer to this this digital account. I don't know. I'm still waiting for people to share with me their experiences, right? But if I were you, I would contact a person I trust, in this case, Mark Saint. I hope you trust me, but I can take you to this guy and he can do the process with you for you. It's going to be a person that already works with a person I know who works for a billionaire. So it's a person that is 100% reliable. What is retail groceries? What are you talking about? Guys, I'm getting hungry. It's 8:45 here in São Paulo. I haven't had dinner, so I'll stay a little bit more. Let's say 10 more minutes. What do you guys think? And I'm gonna complete 1 hour and 30 minutes of live, right? Already thanking you for being here, for participating, for asking your questions. I don't know any other YouTuber who has a better group of subscribers than myself. Even though it's a small channel, you guys are amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much. I like your channel, sir. I hope that you can do feed a number of different industries and businesses in São Paulo, for example, factory, garage, or bakery. Thank you. Thank you. This suggestion will be written down. Okay. I have a lot of ideas, I was saying. The only thing is that I'm a one-man army. I do everything myself. I write books, I teach English, I teach Portuguese. I take my daughter to school every day. I pick her up in school because my wife works all day long. So as I am in the house, I can do that. But I try my best to produce 3 videos a week. And suggestions like this are very important. So keep sending them. Bermuda, yes. I think it starts to change when it goes to Mexico, right? From Mexico to the US and Canada, I think the time changes a lot, right? And of course, it depends on the side that you are. I think New York, from here, the difference is 1 hour earlier. But if you go to California, it goes like 4 hours earlier or something like this. Now to Europe is 4 hours more. So London right now is probably 12:47. Yeah, I try, Daniel. I try. Ian has made a suggestion. Why don't you make a video a day in your life? It's gonna be funny because I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I start working on my parallel projects, my side projects, and sometimes it's 2 hours on one project, 2 hours in another, and then sometimes I help my daughter study for tests, and then I have to send her to shower. So it's a busy schedule. Sometimes prepare lunch because my wife gets here past 10. She even goes to college. Now it's sparkling. But it's good. I like the way I live. Of course, I want better, right? I wanna monetize the channel. I'm pretty close to this. I think there are just 500 hours left. So if you guys want to help this poor guy here, binge watch my videos, even if you don't have time to pay attention. I always say there are a lot of playlists on the channel. Go there, separate a computer, click on the first video of the playlist and let it roll. You guys will be helping me a lot. If you also want to click on like on all the videos, thank you. Okay, so because I have a target. I want to live off this channel. Of course, the other projects will never die. I will always teach Portuguese. I will always teach English. But I want this to be my focus, and the others will come along, right? Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. It means a lot. I appreciate you. Do you guys have any other question I could be answering tonight about Brazil? Salvador, Bahia? Oh, yeah. No, I was saying at the beginning of the live, or a little bit further in, that I have my ancestors, at least 200 years of my family lived in Bahia, but not Salvador, because Bahia is really big. My family is from Rio de Contas, right? Or Livramento do Brumado, something like this, pretty close to Espírito Santo, the state. So I just know Porto Seguro because one day in 2000 more specifically, 2008, I bought a car, a 0-kilometer car, and I drove all the way. A friend of mine and I, we drove all the way from São Paulo to Rio, and then all the way to Espírito Santo and all the way to Bahia. So it was about 1,500 kilometers. For the Americans, let me tell you, for the Americans, I drove 932 miles in my car. But I just got to see Porto Seguro. It's a famous place for axé, that kind of music. But I want to visit the rest, man. Chapada Diamantina. Take notes on this name. Chapada Diamantina. I'm going to leave in the comments. Chapada Diamantina is an amazing place. Fantastic. Some people even call it spiritual because it's nature, mountains. There is like a canyon. Fantastic. Thank you, T. Thank you so much. I do my best, you know. I do my best. I like talking about Brazil, you know. It's an opportunity that I saw, and I said, no, I gotta go for it, you know. Oh, okay, in hours. Oh man, Charles, the trip. Okay, we made stops, right? We went. For those who love Rio, let me tell you, don't stay only in the city, okay? In the city of Rio. I recommend you guys to cross the bridge to Niterói. Visit Niterói. Niterói is very nice. The Cariocas from Rio, they have a joke. They say that the best part of Niterói is the view from Rio. It's a joke, of course. But Niterói is really nice. And then you go to Búzios, guys. I met a lot of Americans in Búzios who were in love with the place. It's a paradise on earth. Go to look one day. I spent when I traveled during this trip that I told you. I got to sleep in a hostel. No, it was a pousada. It was an inn that belonged to a French family. They visited Búzios, returned to Paris just to work things out, and moved back to Búzios and stayed there. So the daughters were studying in a Brazilian / French school. So it was amazing. Okay. So it was amazing. It was fantastic. So I recommend Búzios. Ayrton Senna, our idol, right, from the Formula One, he used to love Angra dos Reis. Angra dos Reis is really beautiful in Rio as well. So, but I want to get to see the rest of Bahia. Go to Búzios, Charles, definitely. I like Búzios so much, I stopped on my way to Bahia, and on the way back, I stopped in Búzios again. It was amazing. But it took us like 2 days to get to 2 or 3 days. Yeah, because we kept stopping, okay? But I wouldn't risk driving all the way to Bahia in just one day. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy, you know? Guys, I think you guys are tired of me speaking for almost 1 hour and 29 minutes now. Thank you so much for being here. Let me ask you again, click on the like button. This is the way that you help me. There's gonna be a video on Friday at 5 p.m. with Brad Zuka, not with me. This one is Brad Zuka. He recorded. I hope you guys appreciate him as well and support the video. Oh, sorry, I missed this message. We are planning to visit Brazil for the first time this December, Bahia. Yeah, you should go. You should go. Bahia is really nice. But take a look at the places first, of course, before you go. And don't stay only Salvador, because Bahia is big, right? So guys, thank you so much for being here. I wanted to make a surprise live tonight. Keep supporting us by clicking on the like button, by spreading the content with anybody you know who might be interested in Brazil. And if you can binge watch my videos, I would appreciate it. Just choose one playlist and let it roll on your computer. You're going to help me with the hours. I'm pretty sure with your support, I'm going to monetize very soon. Thank you so much, Yokota. No problem that you came late. It was a surprise, as I said. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop because I need to finish editing the video for Friday. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I want you to have a content every Mondays, to Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that's it. Thank you so much. If you have any further questions, send me a direct message on Instagram. The account is brazil.unsubtitled. And thank you so much. I appreciate you all for all the support, and I will see you soon. Bye bye, guys. See ya.